Yeah, welcome to another episode of Into the Green Podcast. I am BJ Wallace, and today I'm joined all the way down in Newcastle by Michael Carroll.
There you go, mate.
Welcome to the hotel room. Gary's got his dungeon. Luke's got his shed, and I've got my hotel room. And by the looks of the nightclubs that are down on the street, this has seen some fucking action.
There's some questionable people around here, mate. Let's just say I don't like coming in here very often, and I'm a proud Sydney sider, born and bred. Just unfortunately living up here.
Oh man, I couldn't believe it. Like we've been out and about. My daughter was dancing across the road, like I said earlier, and man, we come back across, and it was just mayhem. There was like, there's a gay bar just down the bottom here, and then up is a nightclub. Across the road is a Macca's. It looks like there's fucking bulletproof glass.
Yeah, it is.
It is bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Mate, the security guard was he was probably about 7 foot.
Yeah.
I said to him, I was like, brother, what's going on here? He's like, oh, this is every week.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, well, there was a nightclub years ago just across the road from that Macca's, and, mate, the fights across the road there, as soon as the nightclub shut down, it was just insane. It was the whole car park was full of police.
Well, he was out there putting bollards up everywhere, and oh man, it was crazy. And Archie and I were like, oh, we'll just it was 8:30, so I wasn't expecting that shit at 8:30 at night because Chloe dancing, we didn't get out of there till 11. But the young fella, we just went up for a snack, and fucking his old mate just setting up for World War III.
Yep. Welcome to Nui.
Oh. Mate, there's been some cracktivities going on here. We were just driving down the main street and just saw a guy just dancing in the middle of a street. He had like a speaker on his strap to him. It's been an experience. It's beautiful though, like down the water. Holy shit.
Look, the area is beautiful. The area is nice. It's just, unfortunately, there's a lot of questionable people that live here.
Mate, this is our first time. Last weekend we were in Coffs Harbour, and then this time we're in Newey.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a long drive. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm still tired from the drive, and I got to drive back in the morning. But it is beautiful. But yeah, there's a few random fucking things happening around here. We went out to some rescue park, and I don't even know the name of it. It's like
the Wildlife Rescue Park.
Yeah, that one. And
Shark and Race Centre or whatever it is.
Yeah. On the way there was a car inside someone's property that had been set alight. And there was forensics. And this is in the middle of nowhere. I was like, oh, it looks like something's gone wrong there. But no, it's all in all, like it's pretty chill here.
Yeah.
It's weird. Nice. It's got like a Harvey Bay kind of feel.
Yeah.
Because like we were coming through, and I was expecting Newcastle. Actually, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's nice. Like Archer's like obsessed with bulldozers and shit. So see all the big diggers doing the coal, and then. Yeah, cruise through, and I was like, wow, this is not what I expected. Not in a bad way.
It's nice. There's a lot of stuff happening here at the moment. There's a lot of improvements going on, so it's making life a bit easier. It's crazy. Crazy, but no, it's not too bad.
Yeah, and the weather, fucking terrible as usual.
Shocking. It's
horrible.
Shocking.
Man. Oh, well, we might get into it.
Let's
Introduce yourself, brother.
All right, well, yeah. I've been in business for 5 years now.
Yep.
Started off in the deep end, looking after a very large commercial site, and so lots of debt, lots of big machines, and now I'm chasing tail, trying to play catch up. But no, it's good fun. The area that we sort of work in, there's a lot of acreages, and it's not in Newcastle itself. It's sort of 25 minutes out, so it's
sort of Hunter Valley-ish.
Yeah, Hunter Valley is where we mainly work. We've got a couple of days in around here, but it's mainly all small stratas and.
And you said that you might be taking over some maintenance here.
Yeah. No, not this one. Sorry, it's just 2 doors down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just down the road.
Building.
No grass.
Apartment building.
Fuckload of leaves.
Yeah. No mowing. No mowing. I don't know what I'm going to do because it's just a little garden bed. But yeah, they said spend 3 hours scratching the mulch and check the irrigation system. And
the right money?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mate, work's work. So... I prefer the mowing days and all that, but Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, mate, I don't think you'll be begging for much around here. The fucking grass looks immaculate at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's
And
nice green.
Yeah, bro, it still looks like it's kicking as well. Like
it's slowed down a lot.
It has?
It's slowed down a lot. About 3 weeks ago, it's really slowed down. But
okay.
No, it's still enough to keep us busy a bit.
Last week was the same in Coffs Harbour. It was just fucking rain, and
so you're the problem. You're bringing it everywhere.
Seriously, every single expo we did last year, the Lawn and Land Equip Expo, every single one it rained. So except for Sydney during the day was fine, but the night before we had like torrential rain. And you probably saw like in front of Bush Ranger there was like a fucking swimming pool. So
no, I remember seeing the storm the night before, and I was like, "Are we still going to go down?
Oh my god, yeah!
Can we even get down?
We had the
Should we bring the boat?"
We had the same thought. Like we were like, "Oh, are we going to go down there?" And it was still good, but
it was a good day that day.
Oh man, can't wait for this year. This year is aiming to be bigger by a mile. It's
beautiful.
We haven't stopped working. Like unfortunately, that's one thing. Like when I'm not on the tools, I'm working on the expo. But it was good to get out today, see a few things. Yesterday we went and saw the big Ugg boots.
Oh yeah.
That was
at Mortels.
At Mortels. Yeah. Oh my god! I fucking went in there and I was like, oh, look at all this. Oh, look at that jacket. Walked up to it. I was like, Lou, I got to get this jacket.
Open the price tag.
$600. I was like, fuck, I'm not that cool. Like, no way, I'm buying that. Yeah. And even went to JD's, got a new pair of shoes, and I'll just thought, because I didn't even bring a jumper. Such a fuckwit. Anyway, I went in there.
Queenslanders.
Oh, no, I know. I went in there, pulled a North Face, just a vest off the rack. I was like, oh, fuck, this fits. Don't find many things that fit me. But got excited, pulled it out. Price tag, $400.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not even got fucking sleeves.
Yeah.
Wild, man. And then last night at the comp, I saw some girl who was probably about 16 wearing one. If she was as fat as me, I would have rolled her. That would have been fun. But yeah, man. So, what's your business name? What's your business style? All those good things to get out of the way.
We changed the name of the business last year to Valley Premium Property Maintenance.
And I can tell you, your ads are working because as soon as I got down here, I started seeing your
beautiful,
Facebook ads.
Beautiful, yeah. A few mates that are contractors ask about that because that's all they seem to see. And you know, it's a shame that
you must have the same fucking people Ben from Catch Pro are using.
No, I just do it myself. So just on Facebook. So I'm looking at trying to get a marketing agency on board halfway through winter.
Nice.
Throw some money into.
I'll give you the same number that he uses. So.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, no, because I want to try and get the brand out there and become like a household name.
Did you change your logo?
Change the logo.
I thought so.
Yeah. Trying to go a bit more professional.
It looks good.
We do a lot of commercial work. So, the next step is to go from sole trader to company, which is happening next month. So, had a meeting with the accountant last week and he was, looking at the numbers and he goes, why haven't you changed yet? You're stupid paying this much in tax and all the rest of it. And I went, okay, well, make it happen. So,
mate, I'll fucking tell you one thing. The first couple of months is fun to get used. I'm really lucky. Like Lou deals with a lot of that shit, so I don't have to. And just seeing what she's going through, mate. I'm still fucking running. I'm running 4 cards now. I got personal and I got business. Then I've got 2 different fuel cards.
I do the same. It's just insane. It's crazy.
But she's onto it, and all I had to do, even when we were here, I was like, are we okay? And she's like, yes. She must shake her head and go, this guy's useless.
Yeah, Brie does the same. You know, she'll hear me go, oh, we might have a lean couple of weeks, you know, just paid a few big bills or whatever and blah, 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 blah. And then next thing is like, oh, what's this new machine sitting in the trailer? So I don't know nothing about that.
Well, it's on finance. You're not paying for it now. Don't worry about it. So speaking of equipment, what do you what's your main sort of target for when you're actually working?
Yeah, so because we do a lot of acreage and large commercial sites, we run the Turf Tigers, 61 inches. Got a 61-inch V ride. Be looking at another Turf Tiger, hopefully later this year.
Yep.
In saying that, we do have a 42-inch that we use on some of the smaller properties, but looking at replacing that with a 32.
Oh, true.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some of the properties that we do around here, it's just we can't take a trailer. So
true. So you're just going to backload.
Yeah, so we just throw the ramps on the back and a couple of pushies and all that, which I don't like doing because I've worked too hard on keeping this figure nice and round. So the boys usually go out and do those runs because I'm too scared to have a heart attack.
Yeah, trust me, man. Like my guys fit young, and then when I jump on board with them, like if one of them's away or something, I fucking feel it. Especially after all the acreage mowing.
Yeah.
And I'm always on a sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm fatigued when I'm at the end of my day.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's because I've been in the sun all day.
Like, it's a different feeling.
Have I actually burned any calories?
Yep.
But no, it's completely different when you're on the stander for like 10 hours.
Yep. Well, that's part of the reason why we're getting another Turf Tiger, because we've got the V-Ride, which is my little baby, and the boys share out the other Turf Tigers. But when we mow the vineyards out in the Hunter Valley and that, we're on the mower for 10 plus hours a day, and it's all right doing the couple of acres on the V-Ride. Yeah. But when you're all day standing up.
Well, that's the thing. So my 48 is like Tiger Cat is now our backup. Yeah. And the boys have got a 61-inch V-Ride now. So it's got a Catch Pro bracket and a Pro Shield. So they've actually got everything covered. And then depending what happens with one of our contracts, I might get the 32 V-Ride back. Yeah, okay. So it's all dependent on what happens. I just got to push through till July. July seems to be the month for me where everything's going to happen. So, okay. Or not happen. We'll fucking see.
Stressful time leading up to that.
Yeah, it's fucking all eggs in one basket or several large baskets. Not really one, but...
That's part of the reason why I want to go in the marketing, because a lot of the time that I've been in business, I've been relying on the one contract to keep everything flowing. Well, I'm not like that now, but I'm scared that even though they say I'm relatively safe there, it's, there's always that thought in the back of your head that if something is to go wrong,
there's tons of
there's
tons of people just ready to undercut.
Oh, so mate, it happens all the time. The site that I look after, it's 115 acres. Yeah. And the security guards on the gatehouse tell me all the time they get these blokes rocking up, we work weekends, but they rock up in a Corolla, a couple of push mowers, bench shaft whippies, and like, we'll look after this place. Here's a card. Yeah. It's like, no.
Didn't even swing the security guard a carton or something to get the fucking card through. No, I got the same thing up at home. Like not really my acreage. That's never really been a worry. It's more the villages. Yeah. So we'll have a run where no one will approach anyone for ages, and then all of a sudden you'll get like a couple of companies come through. There's even one from New South Wales. Yeah, right. That's come through, and I'm not throwing any shit at them or anything like that, because they're just doing what they have to do to build their business. Yeah. But I'm like, oh fuck. When the same person hits two of my villages with offer of a quote, like, oh god, is someone giving out a list of all my work or something? I'm waiting to get the third and the fourth and the fifth, but I'm confident with all my stuff. Like I'm not that worried about it.
And see, that's the thing. If you do it right and you quote right and you're doing good work, it's not a real worry. But it's when you get the people and you don't mind competition. Yeah, like that. It's business, right? Exactly, it is what it is. But it's when you get the people that come up and purposely undercut you. Yeah, that's where it's wrong, and it seems to happen a lot in this industry.
Yeah, when someone knows you, they know what you're. Yeah, it's pretty.
But by the way, I'll get a couple of those names of those properties that you look after too, just in case.
Yeah. Thinking about moving up.
Or, just a couple of prices.
I'll just have you with a couple of quotes. That's why sometimes it's hard when people ask me about like how to quote things. I never actually say how to structure your pricing. I'm like, this is how you find out all the information you need to approach them. Like, I'll never say this is how much you have to charge. I'll be like, well, get the scope of works, talk with them, have lengthy conversations about what their expectations are, and then you can sort of work out what you need to quote to be happy, because everybody's different.
Yeah, and jobs mean different things to different people. Like, take my main contract, like, that is amazing because it keeps us busy year round. Yeah. So you take the cut in what you should be charging, because it's each week there's money coming in, and it's it's two blokes 5 days a week. It's good
security.
Yeah. So you're happy to take the cut, and then but we run you know, a lot of big machines and everything's, you know, financed and, you know, it's not just the mowers. Like we do complete ground maintenance there. So we've got line marking machines. We got, you know, stump grinders, all this stuff. So it's like,
are you doing like line marking by hand?
Yeah. So that was part of the new upgrade of the deal was that we take over the full ground maintenance contract. So site services still do like emptying of the bins and that, but we do everything else.
Yeah.
So we've been sort of scabbing by with the paint roller lately, but
wow.
So I've got a new line marker turning up in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, true.
So
you bought one? Or
yeah, financed it.
One of my clubs, Bayside United, they just bought a autonomous one. So dual GPS. I think around the 30 mark.
Yeah.
But fantastic little unit. And the little ones, so a lot of the professional line markers, they have these machines that you need to get different maps for different fields. This one comes with everything. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, it was through FJ Dynamics.
Yeah.
So they're actually coming to the show, which is awesome. They got a massive site, so they'll be setting up all their autonomous things.
Yeah, beautiful. I might have to talk to them to see if they do car parks.
Is that what it's for, is it?
Yeah. So I got a quote for a company to do it, and they said $10,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many car parks?
The main car park has like 354 spots.
Oh.
And then we could do all the pedestrian crossings and loading docks and all that too.
Is it the one where is it just paint? You don't have to go over
no, just paint. Yeah. Okay. So I've gone into it, get some rubber. I don't know. It's like talking Chinese to me. So I deal with mowers, not paint.
Did you just take old mate's quote and just be like, that'll be $10,000?
Yeah, well, I didn't even bother showing it to the company. Like they're a multi-billion-dollar company, but when it comes to stuff like that,
there's a reason why they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Exactly right. So I thought, no, I'll just work it all out and go reverse engineer it. And
then again, who am I to fucking say, that's not worth $10,000? I don't know how long it'll take to line mark that.
Well, all I'm going to say is I think I know why this company rolls around with Ram 1500s and nice gear and all the rest of it. But
my poor boys are still rolling around in 2009 Hilux.
Mate, I've got I use my personal car for work. I try not to use it because it's had a few engines put in it since towing all the heavy weights.
It has, hasn't it?
Dad's just put a gearbox in it now.
Wow.
So but the boys are rolling around in a Colorado Ute and Hilux work, mate, which, I mean, it's all right, but truck's the way to go for me now. So in the next 12 months, I'm looking at a couple of trucks. I've been looking at trucks for a couple of years, but...
You're going to get second hand or are you going to get
a
truck?
I'll probably go brand new.
It's good.
Price of them.
Apparently, there's another interest rate drop coming, so that'll fucking really help.
Yeah.
Are you going to go a short wheelbase, kind of like
mine?
You're going to go for a big...
well, it depends. So for the work that we do around here, I'm sort of need a short wheelbase.
Yeah.
But, mate, I want long wheelbase. I'm even looking at like an MR.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
like with a beaver tail?
Yeah, something like that. For all our acreages and big vineyard days and that, we can throw 3-4 mowers on the back.
Yeah.
And all that. So
I went and saw Steve Marshall. He does a bunch of like premier stuff, like he does bowls clubs, footy clubs, all that sort of stuff to borrow some ramps. And he's got a couple of trucks with those beaver tails because he's got so much equipment. And those big ground masters with the reel. Like,
Yep.
Completely out of my league. When I'm chatting to him, it's like chatting to Wally from ICL or chatting to Lenny. Like Lenny kind of dumbs it down for me, but they're in a whole different ball game. I'm kind of like a grass cutter. I'm not technical, but I know what I'm doing at the same time, and I know when to pass things on to other people. Speaking of that, I just want to say out there to everyone, be very careful when you are doing that, getting other people into quote, because I legitimately have a soccer club that I got someone into quote the fertilizer. I have contacts, so obviously I use that, gave them to the club guy, and I had someone call me and he's like, hey man, I'm coming to program up your soccer club and just wanted to see what you do there and what you wanted to keep doing there. And I'm like, dude, I want the mowing, the snipping, the hedging, that's all I want. I was like, you can do everything else, whatever you want, take it. I'm fine with that. Come to find out, this fucking guy's rung me, see what I want to keep, and then he's gone and quoted for the fucking mowing as well. No. So I wasn't real happy about that. I haven't voiced that yet. to him or to the person that
This
I.
is the time.
Yeah. So here we fucking go. Wait, don't fucking do that, cunt. That's not good. That's not good for anyone. Because now I'm never going to recommend you to anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then the club went and bought a fucking robot line marker because they weren't too impressed that I explained to them what you had asked me, and then your quote fucking backtracked on. So don't do that. It's not good for anyone.
That's what I wonder about quite a bit. Like you see these people on the groups and that they go they're mow only businesses, and I'm like, but what if there's hedges and they get someone else in? Like anyone can mow a lot. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but anyone can mow. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy to lose your business that way. That's why like with our commercial sites we do full scope of works.
Yeah, we
basically block everyone else out.
Yeah, well, actually, this is the first year where I've actually considered looking at a decent sized chipper.
Yeah.
Just because we are doing so much tree trimming and stuff now, like we could probably. There was a post went up. It was a really good post about how often would you pull a chipper out.
Yeah,
I think Nanki.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And I was thinking, fuck, I probably would pull it out in winter. I'd pull it out maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But then, like, I'm going to store it. It's not a small piece of equipment. My shed's already filling up real quick. So, you know, I do have somewhere where I could potentially store stuff, but again, I don't know how safe and secure it is there. But yeah, no, it's definitely on my mind. Like, is that something have you got?
I've looked into it.
No?
I was going to buy one, but with the new contract that I got through the big commercial site, they were willing to pay for green waste removal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there used to be a skip bin on site.
Yep.
And a big nationwide company used to come pick it up, take it away and all that. We're waiting 2 weeks for them, from the time it was full, pick it up.
Really?
Yeah, even though that truck is there on site all day, every day, doing all the recycling, general waste, all that. By the time they got around to that bin, it was a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Wow.
So the big push for me with this new contract was I'll buy a green waste trailer, leave it on site, and we just cart it to the tip.
That's exactly what I just quoted for one of my villages because they fucked up and told Brisbane City Council about how many bins they had, and they also have a skip bin that gets emptied. You're going to hate this. 3 times a week.
Really?
3 times a week it gets emptied.
Wow.
So they just, and they wouldn't fucking leave it alone. So they kept on ringing and saying, are you sure? Are you sure? And they're like, you're not supposed to have that. You're supposed to have one or the other. So they fucked up. So now I had to quote for green waste, and it included a trailer on site, and we would take it. But they didn't realise how much cost it would add. So
well, that's the thing. Like, especially in winter, like we do a lot of tree work in winter.
Yep.
That's when we start to slow down, do a lot of the cleaning up for the coming season.
Yep.
And the contractors that had it before us never did any work like that. So we're left with like 30 or 40 years of mess, dead trees, stumps, you name it. So mate, at the moment, the trailer's going out with like 5 or 6 cube each load. Going out 4 or 5 times a day.
You guys pay a bit more for dumping than us.
Yeah, it's about 420 a ton.
Really?
For green waste. So, but I don't mind because I just pass the cost on.
Yeah, of course.
And then, you know, on top of that, it's
can't wait to tell this village that.
Well, I was lucky when I negotiated the contract. I said it's green waste plus whatever percentage I can't even remember what I put on top of it. And they just said, yeah, that's not enough. Put a little bit more on. Oh, because you're buying a trailer for us here.
Yeah.
So it's been great. Every time that trailer goes out, it's just making more money. So through winter, with the stump grinder going out, like I own it, but I hire it out to company and that.
Yep.
Just another way to make a little bit of money in the downtime.
Yeah. And
which is good.
Free mulch into their garden.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what one of the main reasons, because we do have a lot of bald spots where, especially after all this rain, we've had a lot of washouts. So I could just chip straight into those gardens just to fill them up for a bit. They're not planted out heavily, so it's more established trees.
Yep.
Punch it in there and just move on with the day. But no, it's an expense that I don't know if I need to.
Yep. They're not cheap either.
No, they're not. And they're not cheap to maintain either.
No.
But no, hopefully, so we're looking at having, Tomcat's definitely coming. Jonko, they're like a Chinese chipper brand that Nanki actually, he gave me the contact for them, which is awesome.
Beautiful.
We're speaking with Bandit and Hansa.
Yep.
and we've reached out to Vermeer, but I don't know if they want to fuck around in our space.
Yeah.
It's hard, like trying to say, like with the expo, people aren't just coming to see stuff that they need now. They're coming to see stuff that they'll need in like a year's time.
Yep.
So that's why we're getting like the posi tracks in and getting tractors and shit like that. So I never thought it would expand that much, but now I'm changing my style of work.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of like. I'm kind of like, what do I need for my business, and what do I think I'm going to
get them into the expo?
Here we go. Like, and now I can use my experiences to help, get them across the line, because there's a lot of, it is a cost for them. It's not just a monetary thing, because we don't charge a fortune. It's more the staff and the accommodation. Yeah. So they'll like have to really weigh it up. But no, we got a fuckload on this year. It's crazy. No. I can't wait for the bull.
Oh, there's the bull.
The mechanical bull.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Benny's Benny put in one of our group chats the other day. I think he's bought another horse, so he might be.
So he might actually.
He might
have to run some competitions and some betting and all that.
It'll be a competition, so I'm going to reach out to the brands and see what they want to do, and but also the boys from Egos reach out to me this week. They asked if they can do a demo day at my 40, so I'll keep everyone in the loop with that, because that should be pretty fun. And I was thinking, I don't know if you're listening, Ego, but we could do a Into the Green podcast powered by Ego, because they have the Nexus system, and I want to see if it can handle a podcast with like a couple of 10 amp batteries or something like that.
That's not a bad idea.
And I can do it in the middle of the 40, so even better. I'll just put a marquee up and we'll have a chat. Hopefully I can convince Baz or Steve or someone from Ego to jump on, and then if there's a couple of contractors there who want to have a yarn, we can jump on with them and just do something different. Out in the middle of nowhere. Means I got a moat.
Hopefully you get good weather though.
Fuck, man, everywhere I go.
It's just insane.
It is insane, especially because the bottom half of the country is like
in drought and struggling like really hard.
I spoke to Jared the other day from LMCA, one of the admins, and he was saying like they're in actual drought.
Yep.
So it's very unfortunate, and my heart goes out to anyone who's really struggling.
Yeah, no, it's
like my first couple of years in absolutely rat shit because of the weather.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have too much rain than not enough.
Yeah, but do you find that in our industry? It's either too wet, too dry. It's too hot, too cold. It's never just perfect. You know what I mean? Like it's never perfect.
There are, I don't know what it's like here, but I can only say in Queensland, there's probably about 3 Goldilocks days a year where it's just like you get out and you've got a flanny on in the morning, and then by the time you get on site, you take it off and you're just like, then like the sun just hits you perfect. Jump on, and it's always on a nice job. So I'll be doing the 40, and I'll be doing the main paddock of the 40. The last 3 months of the 40, like you'll hit a rut or a corrugation, the fucking thing will be full of water, so you're just spitting out everywhere. But,
no, this time of year it's quite nice because you get the nice fresh mornings, and then by about mid-morning you're sort of taking everything off, and the sun's still got a bit of bite to it, so it's nice. But
that's it. Have you ever do you know anyone who's doing this council work down here on the water?
Yeah, so I don't know if he still works there, but a guy I used to work with down in Sydney on the golf course got the job as a supervisor up here.
Really?
So, yeah.
Have you thought about hitting him up and seeing if
we haven't spoken for a while, so I'll have to rebuild the friendship there a bit. Yeah, nothing bad happened, just went different ways. I left the golf course and started my business, and I worked for someone that started the business, and then he stayed around the golf course, so... Yeah, but no, he moved up here to do all that, and last time I spoke to him, he was loving it.
Mate, I would too. Like I do the Wynnum Manly loader foreshore, and it's like it's not like that. Like it's beautiful. Like I have amazing outlook, but that's something different. Like
I find up here there's not a lot of government, like a lot of council work for contractors. Which is a shame because I'd love to get into it.
Yeah.
But they sort of keep all the...
It's all in-house, isn't
it? Yeah.
We're very
I've heard of a few little contracts. Actually, there was a guy selling a business with a few in there, but they're quite small jobs. They're not like big jobs like what you're doing.
Like a little park or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So
stuff
in the back corner of the suburb that you don't ever see and stuff like that.
I've got to ask, man, what's it go with all the closed shops? Is that something that's happened
I'll be honest with you, I don't come into Newcastle all that often.
Oh, really? Well, I was
But
over at,
yeah.
where that big ass Kookaburra is?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were there and like the whole main street is basically shut.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, it's a bit sad.
Who knows?
And
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
there's some newer shops up further and that was pumping. And then there was some newer shops down the bottom. But in the middle where like all the, like the beautiful park was, both sides, everything was shut down.
Well, this area, it's sort of, I mean, Newcastle itself is, I mean, there's businesses and all that there. But if you take like a 10-minute drive out of here, it suddenly turns into the mining industry.
Yeah.
And anything through the Hunter, it's either horses for all the racing. Like, there's a lot of horse studs out west and that, but it's mining. So when you go through like Tomago, Heatherbray, Thornton, Beresford, where there's big industrial sites, it's all mining.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So pretty much anyone around here, it's like it's mining industry around here. So retail's not a real big seller around here.
So there's a fair bit of money here, but there's not.
Yeah, it's all in the mines.
It's not a lot of money being spent here.
Well, that's it. I mean, you'll go to some places and they're just beautiful properties, beautiful suburbs and all that, and you'll find a lot of them have businesses within the mining sector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyone else is sort of, struggling to get by or stuff like that. So
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful though, like all the old buildings.
Yeah.
Where I am is not old. Like Newcastle is a very old town. Like where I am is quite, the last 60 years it's sort of flourished out of nothing. Like our house is like a 70s house or something like that.
Yeah, no, this is don't quote me, but I think it was one of the, second or third colonised places after Sydney on the coast.
Geez, you'd think it'd be bigger.
Yeah.
Because it is beautiful. It is a weird landscape. Yeah. Like it's very hilly, like fucking auto mower central right here.
Yeah.
Like you really could sort some auto mowers.
It's funny if you look at it, I've seen this map before, but it's basically from the coast of Newcastle all the way up the back of the valley. Like we're talking hours and hours and hours of driving.
Yeah.
It's just a valley.
Oh, okay.
So it's flat, but anything to the side of it, hills, steep hills too. Like real steep hills.
Oh, dude.
We used to do a job for the company I worked with before. I only worked there for 6 months, but when I moved out of Sydney up here, I worked for this acreage mowing company, and like there was one job that we did, and we'd get to the bottom of the hill or a bottom of a hill, then we'd have to go up and down a few more. This was a driveway.
Yeah.
But we'd have to sit there for about 15 minutes to call the brakes.
What?
Yeah, because we had no brakes by the time we got to the bottom of the hill. That's how steep this hill was. Like, it was insane. Yeah. Beautiful views.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful property. But, yeah, we'd have to... There was a few times it was a bit wet. We'd have to park at the bottom.
Doing that now.
Yeah.
He's not too far from here, right?
So he's about 2 to 3 hours south.
And what about Gary?
Gary's not far from me. So from here is about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, if you get a good
I was
run.
hoping to catch up with Gary, but it just time just kind of snap of the fingers. And
well, that's it.
Had to go and feed some sharks. Had to have a macaw on my shoulder. That was pretty cool. That fucking thing, man. The beak on those. That's a big bird.
Yep.
I think we held like 3 different types of snakes.
You should have come to my house, mate. I've got 9 or 10 snakes in there.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Are you a snake lover?
Yeah, I used to be like one of the biggest breeders in the state.
Did ya?
Back in the day.
Good money?
It used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be. But now they sell them in pet shops. A lot of them are sold in pet shops.
Yeah.
Market's flooded, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I saw Jonathan's.
Yeah, Jonas. Yeah, that's down
Jonas,
down the road from my big contract.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like right near Outdoor.
Yeah, Valley Outdoor. Yeah,
Valley Outdoor. Yeah. So
down there at Beresfield.
have you seen all the stuff that Shane's doing?
Yeah, I've seen a fair bit of it. Yeah.
Fucking...
I used to go out to his shop all the time.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and then jumped ship. All my gear got stolen and joined Skag.
Yeah.
So now I'll go down to Sylvie's.
I'll convince him to get Skag. I was hoping to catch up with Joe. Like I said, I'd be mad to do it at his shop. I'll have to come down again. I didn't realize if I realized he was so close to here. I probably would have called him last week. And
he looked very busy. I saw him today as I was driving around. And was
he open today?
No. Him and his family were out there celebrating Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And he was very cute. They're holding a baby.
Oh.
So, yeah.
we're recording this on Mother's Day. So, Bree, thank you
Shout
very
out to
much.
Bree.
Yeah, for the hall pass. And Louise is locked in the bedroom with the kids right now. And
Yeah, I think I'm going home to World War III. Yeah. Bree's had the kids for the last few weeks full time because I've been working weekends non-stop, doing all the extra work. So
how many days you doing? You're doing 7 days a week?
We do 6 to 7.
Yeah.
The boys usually do 5 or 6. But yeah, like we look after a set of daycare centres that take up a full Saturday every fortnight year round, and they want all the extra work done. So,
are you happy enough to do that for now, or are you looking to get out this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I get scared because if I feel like I'm not on the tools, I just feel like there's something not getting done properly. And I shouldn't say that because the boys are great.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they're just, something's not getting done properly, or I feel like I'm slacking off.
Yep.
So yeah, my accountant actually said I've got to take some time off the tools and spend on the business. So
I do have to do the same.
I'm looking at every second Wednesday, just stepping back. And
that's good. During the week.
Yeah, because on a Wednesday I take the kids to school and daycare for Bree. So yeah, she goes to work in the morning.
Oh, I was going to say if she could skive off work as well.
Yeah, so she goes. She works some nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was working through the day too, but it was too hard with my business growing and all that. Yeah,
does she do much for the business?
No, she used to do a fair bit, but she wants to get into it a bit. But it's a bit hard at the moment because we've got the 2 kids that are full time. So
full time and full on.
And if she wants to do a lot of the book work and that, but then she knows how much I actually make, which is a scary thought.
All those finance options just go out the window.
Yeah, she's been pushing for a new car for a while, so I just keep saying, not at the moment. Bit tough at the moment.
I mean, maybe she can have yours. So it doesn't get
luckily she can't drive manuals, so I'm just going to keep buying manuals.
Wow.
And then I'm safe.
Are you looking at a manual truck? Or
I'll probably go automatic. Yeah. That's I'll Scotty Elton from Jim's mowing out at Singo will like this one, but he bags us out because all skag lovers love our Zuzus.
Oh, okay. Is that a thing, is it?
Oh, apparently.
Oh.
And he drives a Hino. And another Jim's guy that I'm friends with who does a lot of commercial sites drives a Hino. Oh. So it's I'm the independent in the little Jim's group that we have. We're all just mates. We talk all the time. But I'm the silly independent. They're the Green Trailer Army, and I'm the Isuzu lover, and I'm the gay skag boy. And
maybe they're not telling you about some sort of Jim's discount. It seems like there's a pattern there. Could be 2 patterns. Could be a skag thing.
I just think they're jealous that they don't get the best looking small truck on Australian land, mate. So
I think, mate, a long wheelbase for you would work perfect.
Yeah,
you can fit 2 turfies on it.
Yep.
But even better if you can get something bigger and put all.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm looking at the 4.5 meter.
Yeah.
Probably to start off with.
Yep.
Because I've got the MC license, I can drive anything, but the boys can't. So
I don't even have my manual license.
Oh, haven't you?
I can drive a manual. But I didn't get a license. I don't know why. Okay. I was just like, man, I don't fucking need it. And now I'm like. That's why I'm like.
Do they care about that up in Queensland?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, down here, once you're off your green peas, you can drive anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
As long as you can actually drive it.
What about motorbikes? How does it work?
So that's different. Down here, you have your license you can get it from 16 and 9 months, I think it is. And you can technically be on it from 3 months to 12 months. So I've had my bike license L plates 3 times, and I've been too lazy to book the P's.
Oh, I've got my L's, but I haven't gone for because I had my bike and I had it for about 6 months and I loved it. I love riding.
Yeah.
But then I got hit by that drunk driver.
Yeah.
And my missus was like, fucking, if you were on that bike, you would be here today. And I was like, I know, let's not talk about it. And then I sold it, and then I just haven't really been on a bike since. And I'm kind of maybe turning 40, going through a bit of a midlife.
Yeah. I'll be on the Harley.
I better fucking get it now. If I don't get it now, what's going to happen? I'll never get back on one. But
see, that scares me. Like I don't get scared by many things, but that scares me. That just if I get taken out, can't work. Kids, misses, all that. They're on struggle street, so it's like, let's get all the systems in place where I can sort of, if something does happen to me.
Yeah. And it's never
they're supported.
Like you're not worried about your own skills, like riding. Same with driving a car. Like, it's never me that I worry about.
Yeah.
It's always someone else because I've been in a couple of accidents now,
Yep.
decent ones, and it wasn't my fault both times.
Yeah,
it
but you
wasn't
still
my
come
fault.
off second best.
And I was like, yeah, I still
Yeah.
like trailer written off,
Yep.
car completely written off.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah.
That's what when I got my bike license, I think the second time it was, they sort of said they drilled it into us that it doesn't matter who's at fault. You're on the back of a bike. You're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter who's
100%.
at fault. You can argue to the day, till the cows come home that it wasn't your fault, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's why it sort of scares me a bit.
Yeah, it's like even things like I've seen like with Leroy.
Yeah, that was
getting munched by his own little gravely there. Yeah, it's a bit of a scary thing.
Yep.
Like you never know when, because he's, he was adamant. I've done that hundreds of times. Like that job he's had for ages.
Yep.
And he's just like just one wrong turn, a little bit
it
of
doesn't
moisture,
take much.
He's gone. And now like some of the sites we have, I have put in place. Like I'm like you boys work together. At all times.
Yeah.
So we've got a site, the landfill site, and fucking snakes everywhere. So the boys will be carrying a snake bite kit.
Yep.
Just in case. So we're in gaiters and stuff like that. We've got because we didn't really know it was going to be that big of a problem. So they warned us. Like there's snake sightings all the time. Please let us know. Blah blah blah. And we're like, oh whatever. First time we were there, nothing. Second time I was there, I was fucking having a bip. And all of a sudden, fucking snake shoots across the road. It was just a green tree snake. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Then the other boys are in the bush and they're like, fucking brown snake. I was like, oh no. and then the next week they were there by themselves and like we saw 2 brown snakes. I'm like, fuck. So, and then it just kept on rolling on and we kept on seeing them consistently. And then I was just like, all right, no one works alone. You've got your snake bite kit. You've got gators on the way. So I got 1 pair, but they need more.
Of course.
Maybe I'll just send a lead walker out in front. Doesn't the fucking snake always attack the second person though?
Oh,
like the first person pisses it off, and then the second.
I'm not sure. When we run into snakes, we're usually on the back of the mowers. So, but mind you, the site that I look after, being a chicken factory, they get
big carpet pythons and shit.
Nah, not so much carpet pythons, but because it backs onto a swamp, they get a lot of black snakes.
Oh, okay.
So some of the black snakes around there, like I used to breed black snakes, and I thought I had some big ones, but no, some of the ones you see around here are huge.
I'll have to show you a photo of this red belly black that was caught just down the road from one of my jobs. The fucking thing, when it's flared out, it's like half the width of this fucking road car. So it was massive when it flattened out. It's probably the biggest red belly. And I don't know if it broke a record or something, but whoever took the photo took it at an amazing angle because I was like, oi, fuck that. Like, I'm checking. Because I've seen a few little baby red bellies where this village is, and it's a housing village too. It's not like it's a commercial site. And it's just like, ooh, shit.
No, some of the ones you get around there are huge.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, these rats, they're pretty good with the mice and rats. Like, they get audited all the time. So that's why we're there all the time. We've got to keep the grass low and everything clear and off the ground and that. But, mate, some of these rats that you see and the snakes, you sometimes think they're rabbits. Like, Then you see the snakes eating them and it's like, whoa.
Man, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there?
There's not a real lot happens out there.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're there.
Maintained.
Yeah, we're there. We're mowing it weekly, year round. Or in winter we slow it down a bit.
Yep.
But just a lot of black snakes. Just see a lot of them, especially around the water recycling ponds and all that.
Yep.
Like they back onto the swamps, so you get a few big ones down there.
So do they irrigate?
They used to.
Oh, because I remember talking to you a while back about like they were changing everything up.
Yeah. So they used to. Since then, all the irrigation lines have been mowed over. Not by us, not by.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that repair bill.
Yeah,
but so they are looking at. They're going through all the tests at the moment to see if they can use that water on site.
Yep.
But they're pretty clean, so I think that's going to happen soon.
Because there's the chicken farm that I want to get my foot into because it's a massive, just an open space as well. But they actually irrigate a couple of pastures up the road. So like you'll be driving through there one day and it'll be beautiful and nice fresh air,
Yeah.
and then the next day you'll be like, what the fuck is that stink?
Oh yeah. It's pretty bad. You get used to it after a while.
Yeah, you would. Same with the landfill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's when they do the big kills and that, it's like, oh, the water stinks and it's pretty bad. But no, that place, because of all the nitrogen and all that in there from all the chicken blood, all the rest of it, that
fucking
just
rooster
gets,
booster in liquid form.
mate, it's insane. Like in the growing season, we can mow on the Monday, and by Wednesday it almost needs mowing again.
Fuck.
And like, it's just insane.
Just fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
But it's
though.
all right,
Like,
they pay.
That's what you want. Like,
Yeah.
You want it to be a constant.
So I even tried using growth regulator on it once, and mate, you didn't notice it.
Really?
I went in double, triple rates, like I thought.
Do you use growth regulator on the hedges and stuff?
No, I'm going to this year for the first time.
That's what we're
next
doing.
season. Yeah, I'm going to come in and hit it, because a lot of our sites, they pay. Like say this site in particular, it's a set maintenance fee each week.
Yep.
And then there's add-ons like your green waste, equipment hire, paint, all the rest of it.
Yep.
All that gets added on, mulch. But because it's a set fee, it's like, well, if we can slow it down, they pay for the chemicals, so may as well just charge them the extra bit of chemicals,
100%,
and cut the growth back.
Nice.
Pretty keen on getting that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I was at a produce store and they had Colt on special.
Yeah, that's what I've,
Is it?
Yeah, I've brought a lot of that from actually up near where you were today.
Oh, true.
Darren from Hunter Lawn Care Supplies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I go up there to get all my chemicals and that. But I've got about 6 litres of it, because I thought you needed a fair bit of it. And then last time I was up there, I was talking to him. He goes, no, it's like 1 mil per 9 litres.
Yeah, it's not much. Yeah. Oh, you were feeding it.
I've got like 6 litres to throw on it. I'm like, these hedges are going backwards.
Here's me thinking I was rolling with my 4 litres. Just like, I haven't used it yet, but I've used it at home just to try it. But it's new to me. So I definitely think it'll aid us in one of our villages. But the other
you do a lot of hedges, don't you?
Fucking heaps of hedges.
Yeah.
Man. Like on a Thursday, I go into one of our villages and I'll just work with the boys for. I normally will just jump on a hedger for like 3 hours. And
my shoulders are killing me here.
Dude, I fucking love it,
mate.
That's
the one thing I
Really?
I love a good hedge.
Yeah.
But I hate doing it.
I like it because I get a good pump out of it, and I sort of feel like I'm like, look at that. Like step back, I'm like, look how crispy that is.
Yeah.
Same with edging and stuff like that. I love it. And mowing, like obviously I get like try and make it look as good as possible.
Yeah.
And when I can, I love it. But when I can't, like some of the growth we've had this year, it just can't make stuff look good when it's
especially with the
10
amount of
inches
rain
high in a week and a half. So some of the fields that we've had, so some of them I'm mowing twice a week still.
Yeah, right.
So it's pumping. Like we have had, I think after Alfred, we had some sort of just massive nitrogen kick.
Yeah.
From the cyclone, everything was electrified. Or fucking Jimmy Neutron fucking jizzed into a cloud or something. It was fucking loose. But with the growth has been out of control.
Yeah, see, like some of our sites, like Steggles, my main contract, we mow that weekly, but we haven't turned a mower on the last 3 weeks. I think the apprentice might have mowed one paddock last week just to fill in time. Yeah. But it didn't really need doing. It's mainly weeds and that's the next thing. I'm trying to get a couple of dry days so I can get out there and spray some weeds. But
that's actually been one of the biggest troubles we've had this year. I'm actually due to do the 40 again because I do quarterly sprays there. So I got to do the 40, then I've got to do one of our villages needs an entire broadleaf spray. But they stipulated on new committee and they're like, can't spray 3 days before or 3 days after rain. I was like, well, I'll fucking see you in the middle of winter then when it's fucking it's not going to work.
Yep.
So, but they make the rules. So,
that's it. That's it.
I mean, I'll
do your best, leave the rest.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'll just apply it when they, when it fits. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So
that's it. Yeah. Well, mate, doing what they want.
Well, that's it. Yeah, so, they've changed committees and they're very different.
Yeah. Don't you love that?
Very different.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we get that at some of our sites, like the new manager comes in or something like that, and it's just everything you've been doing for 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, just thrown out the window.
It's game
Something
over.
else comes in. It's like, it's got to work.
Yeah.
But anyway, you pay the bills. You do what you want.
That's it. Man,
And 3 months later, it's, this isn't working. Oh, who saw this coming?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like when that happens because I'm a bit of a dick like that.
I had a client that had big bay windows, an acreage client, right?
Yep.
And they were getting a good deal. I hadn't lifted the prices for a while, but anyway, big bay windows, nice white pebbles around the front.
Yep.
And times got a bit tough for him, so they said, "Oh, look, we've got this bloke that wants to mow. He's offering to do it for less than half price." Blah blah blah. And I said, "All right, no dramas, but just make sure he's insured because you're going to need it because all those rocks, when he goes to whip that edge, it's going through your bay window." Anyway, all the best. Thanks for left on good terms and that. Mate, 2 months later, I'm trying to get this guy to answer my calls, but he's not answering. I said, "Oh, by any chance, did something happen?" Like, a rock went through the big window at the front of the house and he's just disappeared.
Oh.
Like, I remember this conversation I had with someone.
What was his last name? Oh, shit.
But yeah, so, that's the problem.
Sometimes cheaper isn't always better. There's
That's
a reason that they're cheaper.
That's it. But,
you can't put brains in monuments. So, so look, you touched on snake wrangling earlier.
Yep.
What other things have you done? You mentioned you were on a golf course as well.
Yeah, so I did 10 years at a golf course in Sydney, Terry Hills. So we were rated like top 3 or 4 in the country. So yeah, that was good. I did my apprenticeship there, and learned so much.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. And that's what I wanted to do, was bring that sort of quality into the acreage side of the Hunter Valley when I started the business.
Yep.
And yeah, so most of our clients are on like a full program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're programmed.
I never used to push for that, but lately I've been pushing for it. So we've got them all across or most of them across to that.
Does it make you more money? Like doing the
programs? It does. It makes,
if you get your program right.
It's touch and go. Like, sometimes you think, God, it'd be easy just to rock up and mow it and get out of here, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It helps. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Which, I used to be a little bit big-headed and go, if it's not paying this much, I'm not bothering to do it, this and that. Now I'm like, I'd rather 10 of those jobs paying whatever it is.
Yeah.
It just breaks the routine up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's money. At the end of the day, it's money.
It does. And it makes sense.
It is what it is.
If you've got the skills, why not see if you can do some value out
Well,
of
that's
stuff,
it, and it helps too, because instead of chasing, say, trying to get, I don't know, a rough number, 10 jobs a day done, you can cut it back to 7. You're not running around as much. You end up making more money.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's what fucked us last year. The travel has.
That's my big thing this year, is because I travel everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to cut it back. So basically the aim is to get the main contract, because that's where we work out of.
Yep.
So all my gear's there. Basically, it's just get a map, draw a nice big circle around, say 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and anything in that
just get
we'll
rid
do.
of or don't do anymore.
Only thing we'll keep out of there is like your vineyards. They're a bit further away, but we're there for a full day.
Yep.
And they pay really well.
Yeah,
so
different.
I'm not giving them up and stuff like that. But
nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll contact you when we do the show in Sydney. If we can do one of the vineyards.
Won't be in Sydney, but it'll be up here, it'll be nice. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. No, there's plenty of land up there and all that big open paddocks. So
yeah. Well, that's what we need.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that.
I don't know if we're going to do the Brisbane show at the 40. I'm thinking there's I spoke to someone from Massport and he gave me the contacts for somewhere pretty fucking sick. It's
really?
There's glamping, there's camping, and there's a hotel. So it's got all bases covered, and it's a massive site. Like, it's another 1,500 acre job. So
wow.
It's massive. It's like, so that business park that we're doing the show at this year, Caribbean Park, the whole business park is actually 1,500 acres.
Yep.
But there's obviously a lot of businesses, but there's a lot of space there. There's a shitload of space. So where we're doing is like 15 to 20 acres.
Yep.
And that's why I've encouraged everyone to go big this year, because we do have such a massive space to fill.
How many businesses do you reckon you have rocking up?
I don't know. We'd probably be up around the 40, maybe 50. Yeah. Once you break them all down, so it's hard, because a lot of companies distribute more than one brand.
Yeah. Yep.
So say we'll take Briggs and Stratton. So one of their brands is Echo.
Yep.
There's been a bit of controversy around that lately.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, they've got Echo, Billy Goat, Shindawa, Ferris, and a shitload more. Like they do a fucking ton of brands. So like I don't just say Briggs and Stratton are coming because then people will be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Like when you hear Briggs and Stratton, you don't think Ferris.
No, you don't.
You don't think Echo. Like obviously because people are fucking bagging Echo out when they really should be talking to Briggs. But yeah, like I won't even get too much into that. It's fucking nuts, that whole situation. But yeah, it's when you break it all down, like what we had last year, we've probably doubled that.
Yeah, wow.
So it's still a hard slog though to sell it because there are so many other shows and it's just people's time. I don't even think it's a money thing. I think it's all about time because when people hear it's on a Saturday, they're like, ooh.
Yeah, trying to get staff to rock up.
One day I'm going to give you like 1,500 contractors all in one spot. You got people like Leroy who are like pumped.
Yeah,
they're like,
driving the bus down and all that. That'd be a wild bus ride, I reckon.
It's going to be
That'd be a scary bus ride. Fun, scary, but scary.
Yeah. I mean, I know like he'd definitely drive it better than he drives his fucking zero time. So, yeah.
Well, luckily the roads are flat around the drive down, so he shouldn't go slipping over anything.
I mean, he's coming through here, so if you want him to pick you up, I guess.
Well, I might have to hit him up for that.
It'd be good. But no, it's good.
Although I might have to take the forward drive and winch him up when he falls over.
Maybe he can get a support crew going. But it's so good. Like everybody wants us to succeed. You know, you got Skag that are like, if you can fill the bus, we'll pay for the fuel. Yeah. That's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, and I said to Leroy, I was like, make sure you cover all your costs and all that sort of shit. Like, so you're sorted because you're driving. That's a big drive.
It's a big drive. Yeah.
Like we drove to Sydney and like I thought that was a big drive. Driving to Melbourne is like a 2-day affair, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the old August sugar.
Mate, whatever works.
I don't think that's appropriate with a bus full of contractors. But no, it's going to be good fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And as it gets closer, as we're doing a little bit more content and more will come out soon. Obviously now the podcast has kicked off. It's just mad. Like doing this, like I don't really want to do interview style stuff. I just want to have conversations and be like, hey, what are you doing this year? What do you think you're going to do with your business? And it's kind of a interview. When I did Prez last week, I didn't do Prez, but when I spoke with him last week, it was good. Like he was asking me questions as much as I was asking him questions, and the feedback's been good. So, yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you, though, because we touched on this earlier, but staffing, how do you find staff? Because you said, I spoke to you last week or the week before on the phone, you were saying, you know, like you got great staff and all this stuff. And I mean, I've got good staff too, but how do you repeatedly find good staff?
Oh, fuck. Well, you know, we spoke about Prez and I, and it's all about values and like, if you wouldn't sit next to this bloke next to me or this chick, you wouldn't do it. If you couldn't sit next to him at a movie, you can't work with them. Some people just aren't meant to sit next to each other. Like, there's been a lot of occasions
I'll shut my mouth on that one.
I mean, like, there's a lot of occasions where I've met someone who I thought was going to be really good, and then you kind of see their true self. So people can hide it when you hire them. And I will have people on that can shed more light on it because I've only hired and fired like maybe half a dozen people, maybe a dozen. Like,
I've only ever hired. I haven't fired yet, but there's.
It's one of the hardest fucking things.
Yeah, I'm getting close.
It was one of the hardest things to do, like starting to fire people. But you know, when they're fucked, they're fucked. They know that they're fucked. So most of the time, I've sat them down and said, "Look, we got to have a chat." And they're like, "Oh, I know you're going to move me on." I'm like, yeah, that's what's happening, but like, you know, it's been hard because I hate it and I shouldn't do this, but I actually consider my staff like family.
Yeah.
And like they get close and we talk to each other outside of work and I've got two guys that are really close as well. Like they fucking play online games together and that sort of shit. And I don't know what else they do online. I would love to be the online gamer and just jump in and be like, yeah, it's me. I'm fucking here to play. But like, I don't have time for that shit.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, then, they sort of get together and that's more of what's important to me if they all get along, because the last thing I want is to get a fucking phone call being like, oh, this guy, I just can't deal with him anymore. And I'm like, that's why I have gotten rid of people in the past because they just don't gel and they don't want to.
Yeah.
It's like some people you see people viewing jobs as different. Like that post we were talking about earlier before we started, where one bloke like supplies breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything that they could need for the whole day. I'm like, I'll buy them lunch every now and again. Like I'll take them to the pub or something. Take them to lunch. I don't work with them full time, so like.
It's hard.
Get your own fucking water. Like it comes from a tap. Like I drink out of a hose. Pussy. I'm not going to fucking. I don't care about bacteria.
That's it. Yeah. I used to do the same. I used to supply, water in we got fridge freezers and all the utes. Used to supply water, soft drinks, and all that sort of stuff. And then, I noticed that a lot were going home. I was replacing them a lot more. So I stopped all that, and then it was buying everyone lunch every couple of days and this and that. Then I noticed no one was bringing lunch in every other day, and so little things like that, but that's just.
It's one thing to supply water, and it's another to buy lunches. Because I've got 6 people. 6 lunches is a fucking lot of lunch. Like that's a lot of money. Like it's probably like $70-$80. A day just for one meal. My mate's supplying 3 meals a day. I mean 2, and if they work late, I think he said that they supply dinner. If he can do that, that's fucking amazing. I mean, I kind of want to go and work with him. There's a lot of days where I don't have lunch or breakfast, and I go home and gorge, and I reckon that's why I'm so cute.
I'm in the same boat, mate.
I really don't stop. And
last time I was this heavy, I actually jumped on the scales the other day. It was quite depressing.
Scales.
Last time I jumped on the scales, mate. Last time I was this weight. I was training twice a day on the gear, like I was like 7% body fat, ready to get on stage sort of thing. And and now it's like, they're long gone. I actually thought this season I was going to have a heart attack.
Did you?
I said it quite a bit.
I actually say that to my wife all the time.
I think this is the season that kills me.
I fucking say it all the time, and I'm just like, you can't stop.
It's
fucked. Like it's honestly one of those things that worries me, like my health. But I'm like, I just can't stop. And then when I'll have a good run where I'm like I'll do like the calorie deficit or whatever. I'm like, sweet. And then work will just bank and bank. Like I'll have like a shitty week of raining and stuff like that. And then, it'll just all go away. Like you can destroy like 5 weeks of good work in a week.
Easily.
I can eat fucking 250,000 calories in a week. No worries. No, I know what you mean. Like I'd sometimes worry about like being by myself because I always work solo pretty much. So what if I need
that's where
medical alert bracelets?
Bree's been getting up me a fair bit about looking after myself a bit more and all that, and it's like it's about time I start to. So that's why I'm like trying to turn the ship around. But you have a bad day or a tough day or whatever, and you like I said, I get up at 3:45 in the morning. 4 o'clock.
Do you sleep well?
I sleep. I don't sleep well, but I sleep. Some nights I don't sleep at all.
Really?
Yeah, just can't switch off. But I have to get up early because if my son sleeps next to me, so if he feels me stirring, he's up too. And then Bree can't get him back to sleep. So, Bree and I do the swap over. So if he does roll over, someone's there.
Yeah.
But if he's half waking up and he's so used to me getting up at, say, it was 4:30, he'd wake up and wouldn't go back to sleep. So now I've got to get up before he starts to stir. So,
Do you have a bedtime? Do you have like a bedtime you aim for? This is like kindy.
Nah, look, he usually goes to. I get him.
No, for you.
Oh, for me.
For you.
Yeah, when he goes to bed.
Okay.
So I usually try and what I aim to do is get him to bed about 8:30.
Yeah.
Usually ends up being 9:30. Yeah, great father over here getting a 3.5-year-old to bed at 9:30.
Mate, what do you do? Like,
But then the aim is to get him to sleep and then wake up and do all the paperwork.
Yeah. Okay.
But that never happens. Bree comes in to wake me up and I don't know who's snoring louder, my son or me. So, you know, but that's the thing. Like the point of this story was that I'm getting up early, have a coffee, might have something to eat, and then I don't stop till I walk into the door at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
5:36 at night, and then have dinner. Because you're starving, you just eat and eat and eat and eat. And you go to bed and it's like, whoa.
Go to bed like, fuck.
Yeah,
like,
can't move.
Yeah, because you're like, it's like you got to get it in there. Or you're not going to, like.
That's it.
I started, because I run on caffeine though. Like, that's one thing. Like my calories probably all come from coffee. Because I'll have like a 3-shot coffee in the morning. Then I'll go get another coffee on the way to work.
Yep.
Then I'll fucking pump another coffee at lunchtime. And by the end of the day, I probably had like the equivalent to 7 coffees.
You and me both.
And then I just have a
Red Bulls
Coke, a Coke Zero with dinner. I'm like, oh, there's another fucking coffee there. And then, see, I don't do energy drinks.
Oh, don't you?
Nah.
I got off it, and then I've got a guy that's addicted to them. Like he'll have 4 to 6 a day.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And I got off it for like 3 months, didn't touch it at all. I thought, how good do I feel? And then one day I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I don't know what happened, just not switch off.
Yeah.
And then down one, it's been like every day since, just pop one.
Nah, I don't know. I can't because they give me heartburn. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. Man, I don't think my missus has touched a Red Bull. Went to the US because the night that I rode the bull at the PBR club.
That was a great video, by the way.
All fucking 3 seconds of it.
That was a great video. I don't know how many times I watched that the day after you sent that to me, but I could not stop watching it.
Oh, no, I front flipped over the top. Fuck. But it was hard. It was hard to focus. There was like girls walking around in chaps with nothing on underneath. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, we don't have clubs like this in Brisbane.
No.
But no, it was, she just got on the vodka and Red Bulls all night and she was beaming. She couldn't even make it to the expo the next day.
Really?
Yeah. Not me. I'm fucking, that's one thing.
That's a good effort.
Mate, I don't know. Like, as I get older, even my daughter Chloe, she's like, oh, you guys had drinks that one time and Dad was fine, but Mum, you weren't so good. But then the only one that stuck in her head was when I had a bunch of mates over and we were up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, just absolutely getting crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was just asleep on the floor. And she's like, that's the one time I've seen Dad really hungover. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, see, I'm boring like that.
I don't remember.
I'm allergic to alcohol, so I don't drink. I've only probably been out on 2 big nights before I found out I was allergic. I just thought it was a lightweight, but no, it turns out I'm actually allergic to it.
Really?
So, yeah, so...
You sure your mates weren't just roofing?
Yeah, my butt did hurt the next day, but I'm sure that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, every time.
But nah, so I'm always the boring one that goes out.
Designated driver.
Yeah, the boring one. So no, I was never really into all that sort of stuff. So
you're like the scribe. You remind everyone the next day what they did. Do you remember when you fucking hooked up?
Yeah, there was a few times where when I met Bree, she used to go out a bit and all that.
Yeah.
And we'd go out and she'd probably have enough for the 3 of us. And there'd be sometimes like the next day or 2 days later, I'd be like talking to her about this and that. She's like, "Never happened." I'd show her the video. She's like, "Oh."
Yeah. I come from a time where videos weren't a thing.
Yeah.
So you could go out and do whatever the fuck you wanted. And unless actually one time I got caught out. So my mum used to be friends with the guy who ran the BP, the local BP.
Yeah, okay.
And she called me one day and she's like, "Oh, you're such a fuckhead." And I'm like, what?
What have I done now?
What have I done? She's like, "I just saw a video of you walking into the BP naked." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah. Bloody," I forget his name, but yeah, she's like, "Yeah, he took me in the back and showed me the video of you walking into the BP naked." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So,
yeah, see, I was lucky when I was coming through high school. That's when everyone was having you remember the slide phones or the flip phones? Yeah, that was when all the cameras came out. And yeah, some of the mates would go out on a Friday night and they'd be drinking down the park or whatever. And some of the videos, unreal. Mates hooking up with gum trees, full open mouth pashing them. And Yeah,
Jeez.
trying to make out with sinks and public toilets. Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Kissing a lot of inanimate objects.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Lucky they didn't get stuck into each other.
Lucky I didn't go out with them.
Yeah.
Might have been in trouble.
You
But
might
yeah,
have been.
no, it was that was sort of our time when we were coming through, the video phones coming through.
We were lucky. I think video phones kind of started maybe a bit after. Oh, geez, I don't know. Actually, it might have been when Lou and I got together.
Yeah, okay.
That makes me feel old.
I know, it seems
Now
like
I'm fucking filming a podcast on one. What
scary, what you can do on a phone now.
Oh, dude, it is.
And then
terrifying.
the phone doesn't charge one night and you think life's going to end.
Well, I mean, we run our business through there.
Yeah,
We run
yeah.
the Lawn and Land Equip Expo
Yep.
and, TBL Property Maintenance and the podcast. Like the podcast.
How do you do it? I struggle to run one business.
Jesus.
Caffeine.
Caffeine and a really intelligent wife. Thank
Well.
you, fuck. Because, and understanding.
Yeah.
Because she
yeah.
knows, like, it's Mother's Day, like, hooking up with you down here was something I had to do. Obviously, it's good because it's a tax write-off.
Thank you, ATO.
Thank you. Because this is part of my business. I've said the expo a million times. Fucking gotcha. Come at me. But no, like, honestly, don't come at me. No, but yeah, she's so supportive of everything I do, all the crazy shit. And obviously, like, if I didn't have that, it'd be a lot harder.
Oh, yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, that's
like,
the thing. I mean, you've got a big business and.
Well, it's not that big. Like, I think we do a lot of big stuff, but I have minimal staff because there's other people out there with these massive businesses with like 40 and 50 employees.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as cool as that would be to have that, having all that weight
That scares
on
me.
your shoulder, it scares me too. It shouldn't because, like, I know as you grow, like, you're probably putting systems in place where it doesn't really tax you any more than what, 4 or 5 people doing it by yourself is. But having that many mouths to feed, you'd just be constantly hustling, just trying to grow to feed the beast. Like, it'd just become something of a perpetual motion machine. You just got to keep feeding it and feeding it because the more staff you have, the more money you need to make. Fucking pay rises.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't
Christmas
it? Like,
parties and
see, that's the thing. I've got 3 guys working for me, right? And I think I'd love to have a few more.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm doing good turnover, great turnover. I've got a mate. He does a lot of commercial work. Grant. He's got himself and one other guy, and he makes the same what as I make in a year.
Yeah.
He's working 7 days, or not 7 days, but he works most of the time.
Yeah.
He works more than I do.
Yeah.
But it's like, gee, it'd be nice if I could have his expenses, but his turnover.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'd love a big turnover business, but
people see how many staff you have and they're like, oh, wow. And it's like, yeah, but that extra staff comes with quite a large cost as well. Like, the insurances and not just the cost that you see weekly. It's like, oh, they're going on holidays.
Yeah.
Now I have to jump back in and make up for
Exactly
them.
right.
And there's a lot of little things that you don't really, incidents, accidents, old mate kissing himself with a chainsaw, like cost a couple of days here and a couple of days there, and they all add up.
Yeah.
And they put other work behind it. Yeah. It's
that's my big mistake. When I put extra people on, I didn't take into account the cost of running a second vehicle. So it was what's going on? I've got all this extra work. I've got all this extra workers, sending more invoices out. What's going on? And then
cool.
Had the blonde moment and went, oh, second vehicle.
It's hard. It's hard. Like, there's no checklist or anything.
No.
Fucking. I mean, there could be out there, but I haven't found it.
No.
But I totally get that. Like, there's lots of things that I would do differently. If I had my time again, I would do things completely different.
Well, that's it.
But
how big are you planning on going? Is there a plan or?
I would. It all depends on the expo. But we just keep running across really good, lucrative work, and it's changing. And I'm not advertising; it's all just network, word of mouth, all that sort of thing. And it is like it's a summer situation. So some of the work that we're picking up is like go hard out in summer, and then everything sort of shuts down over winter. Which I don't really. That's why I like those villages to be in the background and keep everyone busy with mulching and just tree trimming, all that other shit. But I love mowing. So they're the sort of things I'm looking at now and doing like subcontracting for councils, doing like parks and stuff. That's always fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the premium parks in the city because my rig is really well set out for something like that. So I can sneak in and like I don't take up much space with my little rig, and you know, a lot of them are catch mows, so that's something I'd have to think about. But yeah, if I could, you know, put a bagger on the back and just do it constantly. It's only when those things get left.
Yeah. If you keep on top of it, it's easy.
Yeah, we've actually don't tell Benny from Catch Pro, but we've actually started. Yeah, don't listen, Benny. I don't think he has listened to the first one.
I was going to say he's probably too busy.
Too busy fucking brushing his horses. But yeah, he's like, you know, we've started to mulch a lot more because we've got bigger and better machines now. Like, you really are getting there's no way you can say fucking mulching is the same as catching.
No.
But it's passable. So, you know, in some situations.
We're going to make some friends on this comment, aren't we?
Oh, whatever. I mean,
it's obvious. If you have a premium service is catching, and I would love to be, especially for all my smaller jobs, you know, I'd love to run around with a dedicated catching mower.
Yeah.
But you just can't take you know, with that run, I can't take the amount of green waste away that I need.
Yeah.
But with all the other work, like a lot of our commercials are catch.
Yep.
So the Catch Pro comes out or whatever, the push mowers come out, whatever the case is, and we run a complete service. So we take everything away with us. Can't do that when you're lucky to get a ute, let alone a ute and trailer.
That's why Daniel.
I'd love his setup. I'd love work like that.
Imagine that.
Be unreal.
My wife wouldn't do it though. His missus jumps on with him.
Yeah.
They do really well together.
Yeah, Bree used to come out and work with me, and it used to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But, you know, you'd be out there on a Saturday. This is when I started the business, and it was just me and another guy. She'd come out and help out. It was great. But
yeah, I took Lou out with me on I think it was our first couple of months. We did this massive job. I was talking to Rez about it last week, and she was like, fuck this. Same for me.
I have to laugh. When I first started, it was, you know, a lot of push mowing jobs. I had the big contract because I started with that, but I had a lot of push mowing like residential jobs.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of that now, but the jobs that I had, in her mind, she thought all yards were flat, small, well kept. And I remember this one job that we did, and it was on a hill, 2 levels, backyard, great big German Shepherd, landmines everywhere.
Oh.
And I remember her coming out, and she did it. We got in the car, and she goes, I thought all backyards were flat. What the hell is going on? So, after that, she went, no, I don't think you should do residentials anymore. Yeah. If the 61-inch doesn't fit through the side gate, it doesn't get done.
And dog shit.
Oh, it's shocking,
the
isn't
smell, the taste.
And it always seems to be when your mouth is open talking.
No, I honestly, like, I love the people. Like, residential is pretty cool. Like, you get to meet a lot of people. Some of them good, some of them bad. But then, you know, like you move into commercial work and you don't have to fucking talk to anyone except for like, you know, maybe I got to get a crackhead out of the park or something.
Well, that's
like, hey, man, off your hop.
Yeah, and that's the thing I find too is that when you go commercial, a lot of it's through email because they want the paper trail.
Yep.
So you don't actually have to talk to anyone. It's great. You know, when we do the strata jobs, so that's why I like strata jobs because you don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. Just in and out.
Yeah, it's in and out. When we're doing residentials, you're doing 10 to 15 a day. I worked out if you spend 5 minutes at 10 jobs a day, so 5 minutes each job, and you're doing 10 jobs a day, that works out to be a full 40-hour week by the end of the month.
Yeah.
If you do that 5 days a week. And it's like, you know, and I don't know too many people that just waltz in, waltz out.
No.
And you know, sometimes you're lucky.
Yeah.
But just insane.
Yeah.
And I'll look at that going, how much time wasted.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to leave the key out. Oh, sorry, I forgot to leave the gate unlocked.
What I find too is because there's no barrier to entry in our industry.
Yeah.
That's the first lot of jobs that people seem to undercut because there's always an old bloke down the road that's semi-retired, wants a bit of beer money, has his Commodore and his thongs and he mower from the back shed. and they're willing to do it for 30, 40, $50.
Yeah.
And I get people say, you know, like, oh, they're not your customer if that's what you want, but it's still money coming into your business.
Yeah.
And if you lose enough of that, you know, it happens. I mean,
kind of a downgrade for them too. Like,
oh, it is. You know. It is.
But yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is.
There's so much.
That's why I sort of like you know, we roll around with turf tigers. You know, near $30,000 mowers. There's not too many people that's got one of them in the back shed.
No.
That are willing to, you know, go and knock over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 acres.
Totally
whatever.
get it. Totally get it.
It's just sort of separate yourself a bit. And same with the industrial work, like, you know, commercial work. If you set your business up for it, it's just the businesses see you as a business set up for them.
Yeah.
They don't want the smaller guys or stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's a benefit.
Yeah, well, it's definitely helped me because people see my setup.
Yeah.
And even though it's only a baby setup, like it's still compact and there's a massive zero turn. It probably makes it look bigger than it actually is. Because then, like, you get next to like some of these slashing decks and shit, and you're like, that's actually that's making some fucking moves there.
Yeah.
104-inch fucking slashing deck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But no, it definitely, like, my little thing, especially now the sign writing's done. It's a bit of a head turner, and it works well for us. And hopefully next year, hopefully in July actually, we'll see some cool new work come our way. And it's all pretty much like because of our setups and you know, the networking that I've done with people who run similar style businesses. Because you know, you just, I don't know, it's easier for me because I do talk to so many people.
Yeah.
So like there's contractors that are messaging me, and I'm like, oh fuck, like I really want to catch up with so many people down here, but this will probably be the last chance we get to have.
Yeah, well, we almost didn't have this one, did we?
I know. Thanks,
got
Bree.
the message, I'm here now, and I'm like, oh shit, Friday. I'm working tomorrow.
I know.
Saturday,
did you get much work done?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, played in the rain.
Fuck, it was dog shit yesterday.
Yeah, got the daycare centres done and a few little commercials.
I was thinking about you.
Yeah.
That was
before the shower or after?
During.
Oh, during. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, well, fuck, we're up to a fucking hour and 20. But what are you planning on doing in the future? Like,
mate, grow. A mate of mine is retiring soon. The guy called Grant. He's got a lot of commercial sites, so he's looking at selling it to me. So trying to set myself up for that.
Selling your staff as well?
No. Oh, well, sorry, I am taking on his one guy.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be good. But this guy's got that much work. I'm sort of a bit worried. It's starting to look now for the future because it's going to be fun.
Forward planning, it's the key.
But no, grow. Big thing is branding and marketing for the next 12 months to get that rolling. And try and get more mowing days.
Yeah, nice. And take that fucking Wednesday off yourself.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Because, it's unfair for yourself if you're working fucking 6-7 days a week. And
family day could be out in the mowers, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
My son loves it.
3.5.
Well, if the mowers come home, we have to go out and kiss the mowers goodnight every night.
Yeah. Oh, you've got off-site?
Yeah, so we park everything up at our main contract. We've got sheds there.
Oh, man.
But if say we do the vineyards or something like that, I travel straight from there out and meet some of the boys out there.
Yep.
So yeah, the turfies come home with me that night. And
nice.
Yeah.
Go out. Like
rain, hail, shine. Go out, kiss the mowers goodnight. Make sure they go to sleep.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I just like that. He's like, nah, it's cool.
From the time he was born,
he'd
sit on the mowers in the driveway.
Oh, he'll come for a chug. He loves going for a ride. He just, once they're at home, he's like, you deal with that, Dad. I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, well, my daughter, she's 10. She's ready to jump out of school and come work. She's like, when can I come to work?
So I said to my daughter, I'm like, you want to go and work at fucking Subway or something? Or you want to come out and work with me? Like, you make some good coin real quick.
Yep.
But nah.
Not interested?
Not that kind of girl. Nah, she doesn't like it. That's fine. Each their own.
That's it.
Who would have known? Archie won't do it either. He'll probably be, I don't know what he's going to do. He's fucking loose cannon.
Yeah, Luke is going that way too now. He's just hitting the straps where he's always been a tester. He's like me, but now he's pushing the buttons and he knows he can get away with certain things. So it's like, get the phone call from Brie going, how's your day going? When are you coming home? And you hear Luca in the background going, Okay.
Yep.
Right now, actually.
Yeah.
Great timing.
I'm actually in the car on my way.
Quickly throwing everything in the trailer, getting out of there.
Yeah. No, I feel you. But no, he's at school now, so it's a bit easier. So I think he's the kind of kid who's like, can I go to after school?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. Like, am I that boring? Or like...
Yeah, my daughter's stepdaughter's doing that. She's she's in after school care 2 days a week, and she loves it. And it's like
all of his friends are there.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
She wanted to get in last year. We couldn't get her in. Now she's in. She loves it.
Yep.
Go to pick her up, and she's like, "Do I have to go now?" It's like, "Yeah, it shuts in 5 minutes. I'm not paying per minute after this. Get in the car."
Yeah, true. They do get you per minute.
Yeah, it's insane.
Fuck.
But,
all right, mate. Well, I better let you get back to the missus.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when I'm going to be back down, but yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again and see how you're going. Maybe a year, maybe 6 months. Who knows?
Yep. No,
whenever old mate retires, or fucking
a couple of years, but. Couple of years.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Michael, for your time.
Thank you for
Bree,
organising
for letting him
thanks,
fucking come
Bree.
out. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, children,
Lou.
for being quiet. Yeah, so many thank yous. But stay tuned. Lots more coming with the expo. Some new stuff coming with the podcast. I actually am learning how to use all this equipment properly now.
It looks very high tech.
So it is. It does its little beep boop 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 thing and fucking.
I don't know how you do it. I was like, where's the on switch?
Mate, I'm still, like I said to Prez, I'm fucking winging everything I do. So, but until next week, fucking stay cool. And yeah, we'll fucking catch up later.
Thanks, bro.
All good, man. It's pretty fun.
Good.
Should do these ones.